Welcome to our PL Possibilities series. These videos have been created to assist teachers in improving their Canvas skills for the purposes of teaching and learning. This video is part of the Using Blueprint Courses playlist. An overview of the Using Blueprint Courses playlist is displayed on the screen. This video will focus on troubleshooting Blueprint courses and resolving of common issues. From within a Blueprint course, you can identify if sync histories have been accurate or applied to all courses. If you open the Blueprint Course Manager and view the sync history for a Blueprint course, you can see when things have been updated and applied. If things have gone well, it's been created or updated and has been applied to your course. But when it hasn't gone well, you'll be identified with an exception rule. In this case, there's been some content changed in my destination course for Class B. This might be intentional as part of normal differentiation processes that you've established with Blueprint Course Management. But it could also be that you want to change that. From within a destination course or an associated course, you can still view the sync history for that course. If you navigate to the Settings menu from the Course Navigation and click on Blueprint Information on the right, you will see if there's been any changes made to your course, the date and time, and how many changes were made and the learning object that's been applied. In this case, a home page was updated and it was applied to my course. From within the course, if this says no, it will let you know if you need to check what's going on in your blueprint or what's going on in your associated courses. In some cases, you want the change to be there for personalisation of learning. In others, you might want to go back to your blueprint and modify the course. A common issue is that when content does not match between the Blueprint course and a linked course. Resolving this issue, if it's not an intentional thing that you would like as part of your Blueprint course management plan, is to go back into your course, your Blueprint course, and lock the content. Once you lock the content, it will overwrite any changes that have been made to the linked course. Sometimes there is additional content within the Blueprint or additional content that has been added to a destination course. In this case, we have 3 pages that all begin with the words Course Outline. The Course Outline page and the Course Outline 2 indicate that additional content was imported into the Blueprint course. I know that's associated with the Blueprint course because it has a padlock and a lock. If I want to remove this Course Outline 2, I need to go back to my Blueprint course and delete the content. That content will then be deleted from any associated courses. In this case, I've got a course outline copy. That means I've duplicated the course outline that's come from the Blueprint. This may be intentional to enable me to modify the course outline for my students, but it may also be that I need to delete it. In this case, in my associated course, I would go the 3 dots and delete the course outline copy. Sometimes content gets deleted from a Blueprint and you need to recreate it or restore it. One of the functions of Canvas enables you to restore any deleted items within a course. If you navigate to the URL for your course, for your home page of your course, and type in /undelete, it'll identify any items that have been deleted from your course. Pages, assignments and discussions and even files. You can then choose on a one-by-one basis to restore those items. If you've deleted items from a Blueprint and you restore them, try syncing again to see if they restore within an associated course. If they don't, you might need to copy or duplicate that page and reinstate a new link to a page that contains the same content. What may happen also is that you might have files that get deleted from a linked course. That means a link that is contained on a locked page from a Blueprint no longer exists as a file, so students can't navigate it to it, and so they get a notification to say that the file has been deleted. Again, /undelete will identify those files to restore, and you may be able to restore them within your course. If this does not resolve the link and this issue, so when you click it cannot find that restored item, you may need to go back to the Blueprint, lock that file, and see if that resolves the issue. If it doesn't, you may need to recreate that file in the Blueprint. The last issue is that when modules don't appear in the right order. When you create a new module in a Blueprint, it automatically gets copied into the last item or the last module within an associated course. This is because it is new content, and any new content in a module goes to the bottom of the page. That includes pages and assignments that you might add to the blueprint order in the blueprint course. Because modules can't be locked within a blueprint, you can move them freely around into associated courses. In summary, if you see exceptions to any content or assignments within your report, lock the item in the blueprint. If there are duplicated content in associated courses, you need to make sure that you've started with no content in a linked course. If that is not possible, you need to delete the content from associated courses. Be careful when you're deleting assignments or discussions because students may have already participated in those, and deleting those will remove their work. If you have additional imported content that's within a blueprint, identify the right page and delete content that is not required. If you have additional imported content that comes into your associated course, your home page might need to be reset to the blueprint homepage. If you need to restore deleted content, remember the Canvas hack of /undelete. If you have deleted files from a linked course, go back to the blueprint and lock the file. And in terms of ordering of modules, you are freely able to move them within associated courses without affecting the blueprint. Thank you for watching this PL Possibilities series video.